Hi, it's Francine Humphrey. I'm here with you on another wonderful Wednesday afternoon, and I'm so excited to be with you. Just wanted to come and share a few things that are going on. I am the Director of Issues Concerning Women. I'm also a small business strategist, and so I'm always interested in seeing what's happening in Hampton Roads and surrounding areas. This week and the next 6 weeks, I have committed to being more active on social media. My coach suggested that I be more involved with Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and doing more YouTube videos. So, of course, when you're doing YouTube videos, you have to have content to do those. So, I have a few out there that I've done here and there, but I've never really been consistent. So, that's what I'm doing. I'm in training. And even though I coach, I still need someone to coach me, and especially on the marketing side of my business. So, I'm really good with all the other stuff. And if you know how to do something, then the best thing to do is to get somebody who knows how to do it to help you. So, stepping out of my comfort zone. That's what I'm doing. And I wanted to share a few things with you. And if you have any questions about anything that I'm doing or any of the forums that I'm a part of, you can give me a call at 757-567-6734, or you can email me at icwdirector@gmail.com. So a couple of things have happened in the last week. I was a part of a forum which was called Financial Education Empowerment in Hampton Roads. It was sponsored by ABNB in Chesapeake. Wonderful forum, a great morning, a great conversation. The guest speaker was James Kroc, Koch, from ODU, and he's in the Department of Economics. Shared some wonderful things with us. I did write a few things down, so you may see me looking down so that I can share them with you as well. I was invited by Lori Irwin, so I wanted to thank Lori for inviting me. She includes me whenever she can with anything that has to do with financial education because she knows how important that is to us. I also wanted to share with you that the Bank On classes will be starting again in January. So if you're interested, you can go to www.bankonhr.org, or you can give me a call and I'll give you the information, and you'll be seeing it on my Facebook page as well. So one of the things that Mr. Kroc talked about was the gross domestic product. Now, this is the measure of where we actually are in the Commonwealth. So the data that ODU has collected, they've been doing it throughout the year, and because he's economics, he's going to do that and be up on what's going on. So the gross national product, we are growing. It's about 434 billion dollars in the second quarter of 2016. So the economy is growing, but it's not growing at the rate that we would hope. We have not still recovered from 2008 and 2009, so we're still on the upswing, but we're kind of slow, and we're not moving here in this part of Hampton Roads as quickly and as efficiently as they are in Northern Virginia. They're running circles all around us. So they are growing, and probably because of the area that they're in, and they're closer to DC and Maryland, so their economy is a little bit different. The unemployment rate is up, is 4.1%. So that is going up. So we are excited about that. Now, the unemployment rate has a lot to do with people who are still in the working system. What that means is anybody that's 16 years and older who is working at least 15 hours um, per week over a 52-week period, even if the period ends, they're still considered employed. Um, Unemployed means that you work consistently, but now you're probably on the unemployment list collecting unemployment because you cannot find a full-time job, so you need to supplement your income or take your full unemployment benefits. But we definitely want to be counted. What has happened is because our unemployment rate is low, that a lot of the people in Hampton Roads have dropped out of the system. You see them every day. They're standing on the corner with a sign, um, or they're just doing other things to raise money and to keep themselves going. So we want them to get back into the workforce. We want them to be gainfully employed. So if you have people who are not working in your family, please encourage them to look for employment and to be counted. A lot of the small businesses nowadays are hiring contractors, so they're using 1099 contract workers who are not being counted in the workforce, because a lot of times these people are being paid what they call under the table, and we don't want to do that. We want to have our forms in place and know what's available to us and know what we should be doing, so when tax time comes, you don't get caught in a situation where you're going to owe a lot of money. Because if you're a 1099 independent contractor, you need to be saving money every month to pay your taxes at the end of the year, because they do come due when tax time is due. And whether that's April 2017 or May, and just depends on what industry you're in. So for example, a real estate agent is an independent contractor, so if they're making huge sales, they know that they need to save an abundance of money to cover their taxes. And if they've been in the business for a while, they know how to do that. But if they're just starting out, then they need to probably get with another agent or get with an organization that can train them and teach them how to make sure that they have the monies they need to pay their taxes. The other thing is, a lot of people are doing what we have now described as gigpreneurs. I'm registering that, so I always tell you guys when I'm doing stuff, so please don't try to go out there and get it. Gigpreneurs are people who do different jobs for a short period of time, and there are a lot of those out there. They're the Uber drivers. They're Order Up is one. With technology, you can pretty much get a job online. You don't have to go for an interview. Amazon is another that uses that. It's so many companies that are doing that now. Even some of the postal workers don't work for the post office anymore. They work for an outside company. So we want to make sure we're being counted. And even if you are one of those preneurs that are gigpreneurs, you want to make sure that you're filling out all your forms, that you know what you need to have for the end of the year, so that your taxes are being taken care of. Don't get caught not having enough money to pay your taxes, because if you owe it, you're going to have to pay it. So just be prepared. So that's one of the things I want to share with you today. The other thing that Mr. Crop talked about was the seniors who are still working. The people that are 58 and older, they are still in the workforce, because years ago, when you were getting close to 60, you were thinking about retirement, and we're not doing that anymore. We're continuing to work because we're afraid, and I mean really afraid, that we're going to outlive our money. That's not a good feeling. Nobody wants to be that way, and nobody wants to have to work if they don't have to. I met a lady by accident, and I said accident, somebody gave me her card because I was looking for someone to do a service for me, and they found a card, and I called her. The lady was 85 years old, and she was still working. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but for what I needed to get done, I did not think she was physically able to handle the job. And it's not because she was frail or fragile, but because the position that I needed her to do was a little bit more physical than what she could actually do. She was in excellent shape. Her mind is sharp, and she could work. She could drive, and